Hey, good morning. Dark. It is very dark, isn't it? Does that help? I'm not sure, but that's all I got to work with here for light this morning. Good morning. It's before sunrise, like 45 minutes before sunrise. I'm on my way north into Grand Teton National Park. I have not been out doing photography for a little over a week, and I'm jonesing to get back out there. I'm antsy, so I took my my monthly trip out to see my kids in Alabama, War Eagle, and spend some time with them. I did bring a camera, of course. I brought my little Fuji system out there that I used to photograph them. But I haven't done any nature and wildlife photography for a little over a week since I was gone. So I just got back. I don't know what's been going on in the park since I was gone. I imagine it's been beautiful. We had some snow while I was gone. There's been elk out, obviously, some owls, moose, heard of a couple of bears out, but I'm not sure what I'm going to see today, and I'm trying not to have any expectations. I think as I was driving along here in the darkness and the quiet, I decided I'm going to do my best to make one nice photo this morning. And by nice, I don't mean like epic portfolio worthy, nor do I mean snapshotty. So I'd love to have a portfolio worthy photo this morning, but that's a lot of pressure to put on myself. But I just want to make one nice photo today that maybe is good enough for Instagram or something. And I don't know what that'll be of. It could be the landscape, it could be wildlife, it could be the Tetons, could be something intimate landscape, a leaf or some frost or something. I don't really know. I'm just going to kind of adapt to the conditions and see what I'm feeling this morning, and hopefully I can find a nice photo out here. So anyway, we've got clear skies mostly, but there's clouds stuck to the Tetons as it's just getting light enough to see. So I think a broad landscape photo of the Tetons isn't going to happen this morning. We might get some color in the sky to the east. So I'm not loving the setup right now for a great sunrise photo. So I think maybe I'll kind of focus on some wildlife if I can find anything this morning. So anyway, come along with me today and join me on my morning quest. I only have about 2 hours to be out in the field this morning, and then I got to get back to town for some meetings. So the pressure's kind of on a little bit. I have 2 hours to make a nice photo this morning. At least that's what I'm hoping to do. So hopefully I can pull that off and make a video and a nice photo. So anyway, we'll see what I run into out here in a little bit. All right, I'll talk to you, update you with progress in a little bit. Alright, first potential photo here this morning will actually be a landscape photo. I'm going to kind of sit here for a minute and watch the light. Sun still isn't up, but I've got great fog, kind of a low fog bank right overhead. The sky above the Grand Teton is actually clear sky, but it doesn't look like that, and it certainly won't in a two-dimensional photograph. It'll kind of look like there's a fog bank sitting right over the top of the Grand up there. Can you see what I'm talking about up there? This camera's way too wide angle, so I don't think it will show up that way. But I'm going to watch this here. The light is going to be changing really quickly here as we approach sunrise, but I think there's potential here with this fog bank and the interplay with the mountains and the fresh snow on the mountains, and throw in some nice sunrise light in here, and we might get something good. So this actually has nice potential. I'm going to hang out here. I'm going to get my camera ready. So I've got the GFX stashed right back here. Today I've got the 600 F4 riding shotgun. That thing likes to ride shotgun with me. The GFX is sitting right back here today. Ready for action. There's the 100 to 200 millimeter lens. I shoot this thing in manual mode. So I'm going to go ahead while I'm here. I'm going to step out, get my exposure pretty darn close to where I want it to be. And I'm going to shoot this wide open at f5.6. I'd like to keep my ISO under 400 for this, and I'll probably just hand hold it. If it looks like it's going to be really spectacular, then I will go into the back and get out the tripod. But otherwise, I can hand hold this thing. It's got really good image stabilization in this lens, and I can hand hold this thing down to like a 20th of a second, no problem. Get a really clean, sharp image here. So that's what I'll be looking to do once we get some pretty light. Alright, there's a little gap in the clouds on the Tetons here. Some nice light on the Grand Teton, and I'm going to make a quick photo here before that all changes. All right, here I am. I'm not far from the car, just a short walk from the car. This creek froze overnight. It was like single digits last night. So lots of nice little pockets of frozen stuff. So I kind of was striking out with wildlife out there this morning. So this is kind of fun stuff I like to go do. Look for little intimate landscapes here. And like some of these patterns in the ice look awesome. Like just really cool little patterns, and I'm going to look upstream. I'm going to wander a little bit, but this one here caught my eye with some of these cool little patterns in the ice and the bubbles that form under there. Check this out. Right, so there's a lot of potential for some abstract landscape stuff here. I got the GFX with me here and the 120 millimeter f4, which is a kind of macro lens. I think it'll do 1:2, so not a complete 1:1 macro lens, but this will allow me to get in really tight if I want to, and look for some of these details and interesting things out here in the ice. And we'll see what I find. I'm going to spend a few minutes working on this kind of stuff, and this is kind of like I like to just wander around and take my time and just kind of explore these little areas. So that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to be fun. So hopefully I get a nice image out of this. I think there's good potential here. Cool, there's a nice photo there with 2 leaves kind of in the snowy pebbles right there. It worked out pretty well right there. Can you see that? I think that's going to make a nice photo there. Cool. You know, I could spend all day looking for like the perfect pattern in the ice. I'd make myself mad looking for the perfect pattern. So I found a couple back there that I really like. But just looking for a little interesting, intimate photos here in this cool little frozen creek bed. Fun stuff to do when you're not finding like the real exciting stuff, you know, bears and owls and bugling elk and all that stuff. So I love doing this stuff just as much, even though it's less glamorous. I dig it. Trying to find like a needle in a haystack out here. I love it. Look at all these patterns in the ice out here. All right, heading back to the car here. I did make some nice images there that I think I'm gonna dig. Some abstract landscape stuff. And I love it. So now I'm officially heading back to town. So thanks for watching. Have a good day. See you next time. Bye-bye.